I got let go. My name is Isaac, currently a full-stack dev contractor who specializes in e-commerce projects, previously ran the checkout team at Pretty Little Thing. So, overview of this video, why people get let go in contracting, how that really happens, and then two, why I'm not really all that concerned. I talk a lot about contracting and jobs and what's so good about them, but then I think it's also good I reflect some of the not so good things. Consider this an insight into what it's like actually being a contractor if you're considering getting into it. The company that I'm working at the moment is an agency, and they originally hired me for a 6-month contract. They currently got acquired or merged with another company, I'm not actually sure, but essentially a parent company bought them out, and as such they completely changed management. Some of the processes are different, such as like how I submit my timesheets, and essentially they're just kind of changing everything. Ended up having to get on a call with the director of the agency I was at and the project manager, and they kind of just broke the news to me there, basically saying, hey, it's actually out of our hands, we've got new requirements for the budget, blah blah blah, and as such the contract is going to be getting cut. Now, to be fair, contracts almost always go over budget. I've never been on a contract project that's finished on time unless it was for a very small company, especially like when there's multiple contractors. So this is the first time I've actually been let go from a contract early. Thankfully it wasn't too early in the project. Out of the 6 months project that was scheduled, sometimes you get an extension, but this was like 4.5 months. You do, however, only have a 2-week notice period. So they told me like half a week ago, and in a week and a half, I'm not going to be there anymore. So obviously negative. However, contracts are easy come, easy go. The key really is to focus on the easy come. So yes, you can get let go quite easily, but then also getting to a contract job, like from the interview process, it might only take me say 2-3 weeks to actually get placed in a role. And then after working there for a month, I would get paid for the previous month. I'm normally never without like a month and a half of being able to get more money, so it's okay. The reason contracts is easy come, easy go, to be honest, is because it's very rare that companies actually schedule or plan for contractors. So the idea is they will have a project that comes in from someone, or they're doing it internally. They think they can do it with the resources they have, otherwise they would hire more full-time staff. And then halfway through, as always, they realize, oh, we actually don't have time to do this, because tech projects almost always get 2 to 3 times more complicated than what anticipated. Contractors, they are expensive, but they come in quick and they're experienced, and that's the whole point of a contractor. It's kind of easy come, easy go for situations where, oh, our back's a little bit against the wall. You have to pay more, but you don't have to onboard them. There's a lot of other things you don't have to do, and there shouldn't really be a lot of hand-holding. When project cuts come, the easiest people to get rid of are contractors. If you need to drop any dead weight, like anything that can quickly alleviate money or shorten things down, like 2 weeks max is in my contract. I normally would take a month off between projects anyway, so it's kind of not the end of the world. I do like having a little bit of space and doing my own stuff in the meantime. This came early, okay, whatever. It's obviously annoying because it disrupts your financial plans a little bit, because I did plan for like how much I wanted to save by X period. But this is life. My advice for someone who is considering becoming a contractor, when you first start contracting, make sure recruiters you like working with, save their details, because you can always hit them up, and especially if they worked with you before, they know it's worth their time. Job sites you previously used, just remember that's not too hard. But then probably most importantly is building a little bit of a LinkedIn profile. It doesn't have to be crazy, but every now and then, like, post some content on what you're doing, post the jobs that you're working at. And through doing that, like, you will actually just start getting a lot of DMs when you set your work status to looking for work. You'd be surprised at how many recruiters and just hiring managers use these platforms. So make sure you're on it and discoverable. So how am I taking this? At first, I thought, oh, this is good to document, right? Because it's like I always talk about the positive stuff. Maybe let's talk about the negative stuff for a bit. And then my second thought was like, I'm really lucky I don't actually care. Like, to have that degree of response instead of being a little bit more emotional, super fortunate. Yeah, and it just made me realize how different working as a contractor is to a full-time. Because if I was working a full-time job and this happened, I would not be celebrating it. All your plans get completely disrupted. I think part of that is because as a contractor, you almost plan for instability. It's a part of what you do and you expect it. But ironically gives you more security. And not to say this is easy, because I have been coding for 10 plus years now. But wait, yeah, 10 plus years. I know everyone's got different goals in terms of what they want, but for me, I really think I appreciate this freedom aspect, and I'm starting to notice it more now in situations like this. I spent all of March like in Asia. This month I got let go, and it's like, I like how indifferent I feel. And honestly, I've only felt this way in the past like year or so since I started contracting, and I think there was some other lifestyle changes that I made to sort of make myself more free. I think this is something I've been looking for a while, and I didn't know it. If I had to give advice to my younger self, it really would just to be like, focus on making sure that you can get some sort of project going. Just have something where you're not worried about losing whatever you have, which I know sounds like a weird thing to say, but whatever you have, you don't want it to be sacred. I think it's the whole mentality of Don't give someone fish, teach them how to fish. I think the best thing that I have at the moment is knowing that I could get another contract if I need it, as opposed to having contracts. Because honestly, I don't think I should be as chill as I am, but I'm super chill. Yeah, I'm gonna wrap this video up, but for people that are potentially considering getting into contracting, yeah, it's kind of cool. The money's nice, you have a lot of freedom, but then you also have instability in the sense of you might lose a job. It's not that bad as long as you structure yourself in a way where you can just get more contracts. So as long as the stuff coming in doesn't really matter what leaves, because you will be fine. And obviously just don't be stupid with your money, right? Like for whatever money you get, like make sure you save a reasonable amount so that you can last a couple months if a project comes to a close early, which is likely to happen at least once. Cool, I hope I have given a more rounded opinion on how contracting actually works in the real world. If you know someone who's considering getting into contracting, please send them this video so they can make a more informed decision. Thank you.